Hi boys and girls, how are you? Today's the week of May 15th and our math skill is going to be multiplying to find area. So one of the things I want to remind you guys about is area. Remember when we thought of area as AIM, A-I-M, and we knew that that was just something to help us remember area inside multiplication. So we are going to find the inside measurement, and we're going to use multiplication to find it. So we're going to be thinking about it. This start problem has a rectangle, and it's asking us to find the area. So I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 square inches. And for my length, and for my width, I have 1, 2, 3 square inches. So if I think about it, the length is just in inches, but if I'm counting the inside, I'm counting square inches. So in area, we're going to remember, we find the area in square units. Here it is, inches. So I'm going to think about this. If I think about AIM, and then I think about length times width. Now this is a review. We know that when we're going to multiply the length times the width. So here, I'm going to have 6 inches times 3 inches, and that's going to give me the area, the inside measurement. So again, I can say 6 times 3, 6 groups of 3. I can turn it around and I can say 3 groups of 6. I can break it up to 5 and 1, just like we did last week. So if I find 3 times 6 or 6 times 3, 6 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Anyway, I want to do my multiplication. 6 times 3 is going to give me 18. Area is not 18. Remember, area is in square inches because I am counting all the square units that make up the inside of this rectangle. And if I do that, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 square. And they tell us, if they don't give us the measurement, remember we can use units, but because they tell us it's inches, I need to write 18 square inches is my area. Again, we're going to try a couple of them, see how you do. And hopefully, as you go through this week's lesson, this is going to come back to you because we spent so much time doing this, and it's such an important skill. I need you to kind of go over some of these workbook pages. Practice them. You don't have to do them all, but pick out a couple problems, some of the apply it, and do a couple of them. Send them to me and I'll check them for you. So if we have, what is the area of this rectangle? Again, it's outlined. It could have looked like this. And it could have just said 2 centimeters wide and 4 centimeters long. I defined it for you so you could kind of see it. A couple ways to do this. We know we're going to use multiplication. So if we're going to use length times width, we're going to have a multiplication problem that will give us the area. Length is 4 centimeters. It's how long it is from here to here. Width, how wide it is 2. I could also draw my 2, just like I did here. 1, 2. And I had 4 across. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I know 4 times 2 is 8. And I know the area of this rectangle, the inside, is 8 square, because that's what I'm counting, those inside squares. And because they tell us the unit is centimeters, we're going to put 8 square centimeters. So you can draw it out and have it very concrete and know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you can practice the multiplying. length, how long it is, times width, how wide it is, 4 times 2, and we know it's 8 square centimeters. Again, we have been doing this. It is a review. We're going to try a word problem. Ready? Tyler's bedroom is 9 feet wide and 9 feet long. Suki's bedroom is 8 feet wide and 10 feet long. Who has the bedroom with the greater area? So if I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about the important parts here. I know Tyler's bedroom is 9 feet by 9 feet. Suki's bedroom is 8 feet by 10 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to visualize it. And the first thing I want to do is have the two rectangles. Okay, and so if I know Tyler, I'm just going to put a T for Tyler, and I'm going to put S for Suki. Now I can get there too. And visualize it. Draw this, guys. I've taught you. I've gone over this. You know how to draw the rectangle. So if we're going to do 9 by 9, 9, and I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I drew Tyler's rectangle, and we know it is 9 feet by 9 feet. Now I'm going to draw Suki's rectangle, and Suki's bedroom is 8 feet wide. So wide, I'm going to do this, and 10 feet long. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 feet long, but only 8 feet wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I do this, now it's very hard to tell because one was longer and the other was shorter. If I turn this around, it might look very close to the same size. Only way I'm going to figure it out is if I actually think about it. So if it was 8 feet wide and 10 feet long, now I can use multiplication. Tyler's is going to be length, 9 feet, times width, 9 feet, and that's going to give me the area. Suki's is going to be 10 feet times 8 feet, and that's going to give me that area. Now, 9 times 9, I don't love this. I can count all these little squares because I drew it out. I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And I can keep going. It's going to take me a long time. It's a lot of squares. Or I can say, 9, what am I going to do? 9 can become, I like my 5 and my 4. Remember my distributive property? So now 5 plus 4 times 9. So what's it going to do? It's going to give me 5 times 9 plus 4 times 9, just like we did last week. I'm just breaking it apart. If you know 9 times 9, or if you want to count the squares, go ahead. But 9 times 5 is 45. 4 times 9 is 36. And now I know 45 plus 36 is 81. So 9 times 9 is 81, what? Square feet for an area. Over here, I know 10 times 8. I'm not going to break this apart because I know anything times 10 is itself plus a 0. So 8 times 10 is 8 plus a 0. 8 times 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I already know it is 80, but I got to label it square feet. So now I'm going back up to the question. Who has the bedroom with the greater area? Well, I know 81 is greater than 80. So who has the bedroom? Tyler has the bedroom with a greater area. And again, not by much, by 1 square unit, 81 and 80. So you can't just look at them. You have to do the math, and you have to be able to figure it out. I want you to remember, you're going to be working through some pages this week. You're going to be going through some models, some try it problems like we do. Discuss it. Talk to somebody at home. It could be a brother or a sister. It could be grandma, mom, a grown-up at home, anybody. And see if you can explain to them why. Draw it out like we did. Use the multiplication. And again, some are going to be simpler than others. You knew 10 times 8. But 9 times 9 was a little tough, so I decided to break it apart into easier factors. 5, 10, 15, 20. I always go for the 5. And 4, I can count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16. It's not that hard. Those of you that want to count them all out if you draw it, do that too. So, you're going to be working with multiplying to find area. So I do want you to try some of this. I want you to try to come up with the actual multiplication, not just drawing all of them. You can do this to check your work. But see if you can give me a multiplication sentence and send it to me. Then when you do the comprehension lesson check at the end of the week, don't do it. Some of you are doing it on Monday. What I'd really like you to do is watch this video. It just reviews what you're going to do for the week. Then I'd like you to take your workbook and the pages I asked you to look through. Now, there are a lot of them. I gave you all the sessions to take a look and practice. You don't have to do every workbook page. But if you can take at least the apply it ones and try them. Explain it to somebody at home. And it could be anybody, even if they don't understand it. Maybe they will after you explain it to them. If you have trouble, dojo me, email me, get a hold of any of the 3rd grade teachers and they'll get a hold of me. Come ask me a question on the Zoom on the Monday or Tuesday, depending on which day you have it with me. But we have a lot to do, and this is a big skill that we're going to keep coming back to because you've got to know how to find area. And then, remember when we were doing combining areas? We had not of just nice rectangles. We're going to get into that later. So I want to make sure everybody has a good background here. You're doing okay, and you know where to find me. Before I go today, I want you to take a quick look at extra math this week if you can, because this 9 times 9 problem we did might have been a hard one for you because you're not fluent with your multiplication. But if you're practicing on the link, which is right on the Harris webpage on the grade 3 lesson plans, you can get onto extra math. Sign in through Clever. And it is 5 minutes a day. It won't let you do anymore. I've got some people that the report is coming. They're after addition. They're on subtraction. They're going to be moving to multiplication. It's just going to make it easier in 4th grade when you are doing harder problems and more multiplication. If you memorize and learn those facts, if you get the fluency down. So the last thing I wanted to say is the lesson check at the end. Some of you in the video, this video you're watching is, I can't tell. I don't know if you've watched it unless you say I watched your video. But the video interactive that I'm assigning, that's on that page, you're finding it on iReady on teacher assignments. If you go to your to-do, you're going to have an assignment from me. There are so many some of you didn't do. Don't care about the ones start this week. Do what is required of May 15th this week. That way, you'll be able to stay up. It gets overwhelming if you didn't do something or if 1 week you fell behind. So you fell behind. Don't worry about it. Try to stay where we are each week, okay? Again, reach out. I miss you guys. Can't wait to see you on Zoom.